All right, what's up, Noah? How you doing? Oh, let me make sure.
Your sound's working. I hear you.
Okay, good. All right, good. All
Hey,
right.
Noah.
How you doing? Thank you so
Good.
much. I don't know why you say why your name has Noah Brandy. I'll have to change that.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So who's that now?
This is Dwight Cook. He's the EXP agent and short-term rental guy,
Oh,
investor.
cool.
Multiple different levels, and he's helping us out. ACN obviously helping us out on the call.
Cool. How you doing, Dwight?
Very good.
Hey, good to see you, man. I'm gonna now, Noah, do you want me to have everybody with their videos off, or would you rather them have their videos on?
100%.
Okay.
The more on, the better. You know, I feed off of the energy. I like to call people out by
Yep.
name, and yeah.
We like to make faces at Noah anyway, so this is great.
Hey, Dwight,
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why when I hover over you, it doesn't let me change your name.
I'll change it.
Thank you.
Maybe
That's what's the old talk show, the old game show was they set up one at a time. I'm Noah Brandy. I'm Noah Brandy. I'm Noah Brandy. What's my line or something like that? I think.
Yeah, I think
is.
it was What's My Line.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, we've got a pretty good crowd going here. So, a couple of Virginians, cousin Tom and sister Susan. We'll call it Sister Susan. You're now officially a sister. Okay. Okay, let's see. Some Californians, some Wolverines. Let's see. We got some Yinzers. A couple of Yinzers. Hey, Christine.
Pittsburgh's in the house.
Here we go. Yep. Let's see. With the panelists, got some Texans on here. So we're pretty well represented. I wonder if we'll get any Canadians. Let's see. Hey Jeff, one of these days I'll be up there. We'll you ever see the show Grizzly Adams back in the 70s or 80s? Anybody remember that show? That was one of my favorite shows. So
Definitely.
Jeff, you've got the Grizzly Adams beard, man.
I got a speech tomorrow morning.
There you go. Do you have a bear too? A pet bear?
No.
I'm gonna see these. Okay. Hey, now let's give it a few more minutes. Usually, we're going to get some more people joining here in the next couple of minutes. But and we're recording, so that's good. Everybody get a recording after this. We'll get a few more minutes. Oh boy!
Why don't you throw? Why don't everyone throw in the chat where you're calling in from, so we can see how many states are represented.
There you go. And if you have questions too, guys, anything before we get started with Noah, now's a good time to do it. And this was we do 4 of these a month, and most months we'll have a guest speaker. But as always, we always have questions popping up. But yeah, type in where you're from, and that will be a big help.
Some Texases. I'm actually in Texas. I'm in Dallas as we speak. So excited to enjoy your weather a lot better than the Northeast.
You got a couple Texans on actually.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, how's Trish? I think he's muted. Oh,
is that her?
Oh, there you are. Hey, good to see you. Smiling too. That's good. Okay, so we're off to a good start. Okay, guys. A couple things here. As always, this is being recorded. And you're made a panelist, so everybody's video is available. But please use the chat box as much as possible, and I can monitor that for Noah. And Noah Brandy's on. Noah Brandy and I have known each other since this past summer, but there's an interesting connection here. Um, his wife is one of my very, very first agents and students going back, I'm going to guess 12, 13 years. And her name's Casey Martin, well, now Casey Brandy. And her mom was one of my clients. Her mom and dad were investors. Her dad had HVAC business, and her mom was pretty much the quarterback making things happen. So we became really good friends. And Casey, what do you think, Brandy? Was she maybe like 10 years old or something back then? Or?
Right. 12, 13, yeah, got her license.
She brand spanking you. And but I tell you what, entrepreneur to the core, hard charging, action taker. So we stayed in contact over the years. Mostly her mom and I, but a little bit of Casey too. And so I'm talking to another agent, a good friend of mine, Christine, up in Pittsburgh, and she's on tonight. I think she's on. There she is, off to the right. Hey, Christine. And so we're partners in crime, and she introduced me to Noah, and then I saw the connection right away. So in any case, I had Noah on my podcast that just got published a few weeks ago, and what he does, he works for any company called ACN as an executive. And just to paint a picture for you, ACN is a company that helps people. It's sort of like a co-op for different like utilities, bundling for cable, phone, internet, cell phones, you know, cyber security, home security, identity theft, all that kind of stuff. So most of you know that back in the day, I had my own property management business, and it was pretty big. So it was a different company back then, but we brought it in as another value add for the owners. Okay, so let me paint a picture, and you'll know why I wanted to have Noah on here. So we had property management. I had office team and office staff in there. They were all on underneath me as far as the network goes. Okay. And then every owner we brought on as a property management contract, okay, we had in the contract that we would use that company, all right, to have their tenants select the utilities, phone, cable, internet, the whole 9 yards, okay? And that part was actually built into the contract. So as you might imagine, we had a substantial steady stream of income in addition to the management fees that we were collecting from all the tenants and from all the owners. So does everybody here kind of see the connection here? All of us have investor clients, right? And they're buying and selling properties on a regular basis. The ones that are buying rental properties, their consumers are the tenants who need gas, electric, water, telephone, internet, everything you need in a home, apartment, or house. Okay, so everybody here is a candidate for doing this because you can earn additional income, and more importantly, you can use this in your marketing efforts. Remember, we brought on Legal Shield, we brought on UFF, right? Remember that from Shannon? Okay, this is another value add for our consumers, and what triggered me doing this now is because we are starting our development project for property management, so it's perfect timing. You don't have to have property management to do this, okay? You can just use this and benefit from it from your client base, and that's what I want you to do. And this is why I want you to listen to what Noah has to say tonight. And he'll do a presentation. I've done it myself. I'm a member, okay? So I'm putting my phone in there, and my meter's electric and things like that. So it's easy to do, doesn't take much effort, and quite frankly, it's another leg of your overall business, so you have multiple streams of income. So in any case, what I want to do is have you hold off on questions for the moment. No, would you want me to have them? I can monitor the questions on chat. Is that best for you, or do you want me to look for?
Yeah, that's perfect. It looks like we actually have some attendees in the waiting room too, Gary. But if I need to be a co-host to share my screen, if you can make me a co-host, maybe I can allow these attendees in the meeting as well. But yeah,
yep.
Well, you can put questions in the chat. We'll be able to get them answered, no problem.
Okay, so let me promote the other attendees to panelists first.
There you go. Let them in.
And you've now got Tennessee.
Let them into the secret society.
Yep. So Tennessee is represented, and so is Missouri. So Okay, let me double check and make sure.
If I can share without being co-host, that's fine. But I'm a visual learner, so I like to show
Okay.
you a couple slides, let you see what we do.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I thought when I made you panelist, but that's not true. You're just made co-host.
Yeah,
You've been promoted.
perfect.
So and okay. So I think everybody is promoted. Alrighty, sir. Uh, everybody take it away. Everybody watching, listen. Make sure you have pen and pencil and paper handy. Okay. And
Yes.
all right, sir.
Yeah, fired up, Gary. Thank you so much for bringing me on to this call. I know you're growing a team rapidly. This is EXP agents, right? All EXP. High fives, right?
For the
Excellent.
most part. Yep.
For the most part, yeah. Okay, yeah. Congratulations, everyone. Excited for 2021 and where we're going to go. And I like from the chat alone, just seeing where everybody's at. You know, so many different spots across the US. And I'm in the Northeast. Normally, I'm in Dallas, Texas now with my mentor, but I live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So it's real estate up there is seasonal, right? So we're coming into that slow season for anyone that's in the Northeast. And, you know, if I'm ever going to implement something into my repertoire, it might be during the January, February timeframe. So no better time period to look at something. And, you know, with Gary, it's been just a pleasure just getting to know him over the past month, like he talked about, and seeing where he's taken his real estate business, period. You know, it's not just about selling houses. I think the global investor group, you know, everything he has going is that all encompassing, you know, everyone can really tap in and grow their networks. At the end of the day, if you have a massive network of real estate investors and your agents, how do you fail? You're watching Netflix, right? That's the only way you fail. If you have a massive group of investors, then you're going to win if you're putting the work in. So, guys, a little bit about myself. My wife and I have a real estate investment in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We've been building it over the last little over a decade. And we got so good at building and dealing with our tenants that we said, let's go out and do property management. Let's manage for other people. So in 2015, we started managing for other folks. And by 2019, we realized that our 10% ask for our services was under attack. And I know if you're agents, you agree, commissions are under attack, period. You got the online companies coming in, and this company's trying to undercut you. And I'm not a big fan of that, because at the end of the day, it's about value. It's about what are you bringing? What are you delivering to the client? I will gladly pay the 6%, 7%, 8%, whatever it is to buy a house if you're giving me a VIP experience. So that's why Gary wanted me to talk to you today, is because what we've established through multiple other brokerages and multiple other EXP brokers within within your obviously industry over the last year, little over a year, is that we can bring more value to the clientele. We can put more money in your pocket, not just upfront bonuses, but residual income. And why I love talking to EXP is when I talk to other brokerages, other, you know, competitors of yours, they don't really get the concept of residual. They're going from home sale to home sale to home sale, one-time commission to one-time commission, but you get it. You know, you understand exactly what the power of a residual income is because of the structure of your company. So I love EXP for that simple fact. And you know, I started implementing this. I put it in front of investors, and it was another way for them to get paid on their tenants' bills. Like that's what we did. Every time a tenant moved in, we signed them up for gas, electric, internet, TV, home security. I mean, everything that they're going to turn on anyway, we're giving these customers away for years. So then we started to go to the closing companies. Closing companies were catching them on the back end, then mortgage lenders. And then we missed the most important people, are the ones in the middle, the agents and the brokers. You're the ones that are not, you know, normally, I mean, EXP is, but not normally, you know, getting reoccurring revenue on building a team or getting customers. So in this, imagine if you can go back to a former client that you sold a house to. We're all looking for that conversation that we can have where we reach back out to a former client, you know, and try to break the ice. But you know, your ultimate goal is, Yeah, are you looking to list, or do you know someone looking to list? This right here is calling them up and saying, hey, we just established a concierge of services. We can help you save money on services that you're already paying for. I'd love to help you with that. Oh, by the way, are you looking to list, or do you know someone looking to list? You feel that conversation just kind of, we rolled smoothly into it. So let me share my screen, tell you a little bit about our company. And then from there, you'll understand obviously what we do, a little more detail. Then at the end, we'll talk about next steps and how we can move forward and get some questions answered. But the main company is called ACN. So ACN's documented. It's been around for 28 years. It's global, 27 countries, 5 continents. I'm sitting here in Dallas right now getting paid on German electric bills, cell phones in Colombia, cell phones in Mexico, and I just opened a United Kingdom team. Now, thank you, Zoom, right? Zoom has allowed us that afforded us that ability to be able to build anywhere. You know, if Gary wanted us all to come to an office in Virginia and see this presentation, it would have cost us all a lot of money. But Zoom has allowed us the ability to be able to build a business anywhere, anytime. Now, we're the world's largest direct seller of telecom, energy, and other essential services. Below that, you'll see A+, Better Business Bureau, Inc. 500 labeled us a private titan in 2018. And that's our beautiful campus on the right side of the screen in Charlotte, North Carolina. But this is what we offer: residential and business services. So if you own a business here on the line, on top of what you do for real estate, or you know people that own businesses, we can help them with these bills. But we're going to focus on clients that are buying houses. Now, the first one we offer, wireless. Everyone that's moving into a house already probably has a cell phone or 2, but we can help them save money through Verizon, Sprint, and AT&T. And this year we got a big announcement that's coming, another partner. So we can also refer them if they want to actually get a cell phone service for free. All they have to do is refer 5 cell phone. This is you as well. Refer 5 cell phone customers, and you get your cell phone service for free every single month on a Verizon Sprint network. Now, high-speed internet, bundling, television. Now we're talking about the new client. When they move into a property, what are they doing? They're turning on internet. Whether they decide to turn on TV or not, you know, we're in the streaming phase right now. It's up to them. But what we can tell you is we're going to give you better deals than if you go directly to AT&T, directly to Spectrum, DirecTV, Dish, Frontier, major partners in the area. And we're going to give you those deals because of our pre-negotiated relationship with these companies, which you'll hear about here in a second. Energy, gas and electricity. That's one of the first 2 things they turn on at a property as well. They're going to turn on their electric. They're going to turn on their gas. We actually can help them save money on those bills. And for you, bringing 12 referrals, just 12 electric customers, you get free electricity at your house. 12 gas customers, free gas at your house. Now, I don't know about you, but I looked at the math behind it. I said, free cell phone for me, free cell phone for my wife, free gas, free electricity. That's about $3,000 to $4,000 off of the overhead that we have in our house every single month, every single year. Now, home security and automation. When's the best time to put a security system on a property? When they're moving in. So we have partnership with a company called Vivint. You may or may not have heard of Vivint before, but we'll give you deals that you cannot get if you go directly to the company. And I love this conversation, guys. I've had agents shoot a 3-way text message between the representative that we work with at Vivint. So it's Agent Bob texts Sue, the client, with Joe, the representative with Vivint, 3-way text, and says, hey, Joe, I have Sue here right now. She just bought a house for me. She's looking to get a home security system. Can you help her out? A 30-second text message. And to this day, they're still getting paid month in, month out, year in, year out on that bill because they put together a 30-second text message. And they just connected the sales rep. You don't need to be a sales rep for these companies. You just need to connect the client with these companies. Now, payment processing, anyone you know that owns a business, guaranteed savings for every time that someone swipes a credit card at their place of business, guaranteed savings. If we don't beat it, we'll give that owner of that company $250 Visa gift card. And the last one, identity theft protection. This is major because, you know, why do we have a lot of mortgage lenders looking at this is because when do they run the credit? On the front end, right? So what's a simple conversation? Oh, you have a great credit score. Who do you currently have protecting your identity? Nobody? Oh, wow. Okay, well, let me introduce you to a company called ID Seal. Guys, if you put us side by side with LifeLock and other major companies, you're going to see that we cover more at a cheaper pricing point. So when I say there's a lot of lending companies doing this, I say there's a lot, but remember, we only started doing this within the last 14 months. So how many lending companies are out there? So the agent can grab this business. The agent can say, hey, congratulations on getting pre-qualified for your loan. Who do you currently have protecting your identity? You obviously have a good credit score. And then just like that, you're getting paid month in, month out, year in, year out, and upfront bonus money on that. How do we do it? It's our business model. We go direct to consumer. Think about the companies that are winning: Airbnb, Uber, Amazon. I mean, the companies that are going direct to consumer without having a physical storefront are the wave of the future. So ACN is online. You're going to get a home-based business that you'll get an online store where you can just direct people to your online storefront and they can sign up for these services. Now, if I was going to tell you that we're going to get paid on bills that everyone has to pay for, your clients are already signed up for, let me ask you a question. You probably let me stop my share for a second because I want to see the numbers on this. Who here on this call, when you sell a house, that I see we have a few of your videos on, or those that don't, you can hit the raise hand button. Who here on this call, when you sell a house, you give them information for the local utility, the internet companies locally, the TV companies. Yeah, I see some hands going up, right? It's just something that you do anyway, but you're not getting paid on that, right? Yeah, I see blue hands going up. Great. So right now we're showing you a way to get paid on that. And the great thing about it is you own this business. This business is willable and sellable. But what do you think something like this would cost? Because you're going into business. Something like this, when I got involved, I was blown away by it because I saw what my wife paid to get her real estate investment coaching. Guys, it's one-time fee of $199. $25 a month support fee. You can't run a lemonade stand for $25 a month. Here, you're going to grow a global business that you can build anywhere around the world. And a one-time fee gets you an online, and the monthly fee gets your online store. They host it, they update it daily. It's always up to date. And the great part about it is the clients will go to this online store and sign up for these services. And if they sign up for AT&T Wireless and they have a problem, they do not call you, Jeff Johnson. They call AT&T. They don't call me. They don't call Gary. They don't call Dwight Cook. They call the local company that they're dealing with. If it's the utility, they deal with the utility. So you and I are just the middle people, but because we introduce them to these companies, we get paid handsomely. Let's talk about the payment. So there's 4 ways we get paid in ACN: upfront bonuses and residual income. So we'll pay you per bill that you switch over. So if you switch over 5 bills, just 5 services, that's a $200 bonus. I never saw anything like it. I saw my wife, I saw multiple people, my family has a lot of business owners, and I seen what they pay to get in business. I had 9 of these services in my own house. I doubled my investment just by switching over and saving money on my own home bills. You see how I doubled my investment? I had 9 services, 8 services get you 400, 11, 600, and then every 3 services after that, 200, 200, 200. That's upfront money. On the right side of the screen, residual income. I love talking to EXP agents because you understand the concept of it. This is about doing the work one time, getting paid over and over and over again, as long as the customer stays on the service. So ACN will pay you between 3 and 20% of that bill for the life of the customer. Let me go back to that example I gave you about the Vivint, Vivint customer, the home security customer. Shot a real quick text message out. That person signed up for home security. Every single month they pay that bill. The average length of a home security customer is 8 years. So imagine sending a 30-second text message out, getting an upfront bonus on that customer, and on top of that, getting paid between $4 to $6 per month on that bill for the life of the customer. Is that worth 30 seconds of your time? I thought it was, right? So this right here typically gets people to, I've had people cut in and say, stop talking, I'm ready to go. Where do I sign up? Because they see that they already got a return on investment. They see that they are selling a lot of houses, that they can go out. They work with investors that have a lot of properties that would love to see this. Property management companies, closing companies, this is enough. But ACN gives you a overriding capability. So we'll pay you an overriding bonus and overriding residual income on anyone that you introduce to us. We do the same presentation for them. They go out and get a couple they say they decide to join the business, they pay the $199. Depending which of those 5 positions you see at the bottom of the screen that you are at when they join, you get between $50 and $300 when they join your team because you showed it to them, and they get their first check. So that's more upfront now money, bonus money. And then overriding residual income is ACN will pay you 4% on the customers that your team goes out and brings to the table. That right there is wealth, guys. I've been in this business for 4 years. I put 12 people in front of this 4 years ago, introduced the speaker. At that meeting, I did exactly what Gary did, put myself on mute, sat down, let someone else do the presentation. At the end of that meeting, 5 of the 12 signed up, paid the startup fee, said, let's go. The other 7 said, all right, well, is it free to be a customer? I said, yeah, it's free to be a customer. If we can help you save, why not? So they became customers. Fast forward today, I have over 6,000 customers in my organization. And I was an engineer, when I got started full time. My wife and I were building a real estate business part time. I was an engineer, but I'm no longer an engineer. 6.5 months in, I walked away from that. So you can see that, guys, I brought in 150 personal customers, right, from this screen. I brought in 150 personal, but my team brought in 5,850. So the true wealth in this business is saying, man, I'm going to be sitting at a closing table tomorrow across from a seller's agent or a buyer's agent. I'm going to be at that closing company. I'm going to talk to property managers. I'm working with investors. Who wouldn't want to get paid on their tenants' bills, their clients' bills? So you introduce them to it. That's where the true wealth is in our business. So what I want to do here briefly, introduce you to just a few people having a lot of success in a very short period of time, just got started in the business. And the first one, I appreciate him jumping on. He's out of Houston, Texas. He's actually an EXP agent as well. Pardon me. And he's also a short-term rental investor, multiple investor, very successful in multiple arenas in this world. When you hear him talk, you're going to say, he sounds like he should be on radio. He's been there as well. So Dwight Shotgun Cook, I'd love for you to share. He's a regional director with us as well.
Well, thank you, Noah. You can see that Noah's doing some really big things in this company, and he's got over 6,000 customers. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. So I'm a real estate agent with EXP. I have been an EXP for about 5 years. My wife and I are both realtors. I'm a certified mentor, and I teach a class in the EXP University every week. In fact, on Friday, 3 o'clock Central. So it's all about video for real estate, because I was in the production business. And like Noah said, I was in radio before that. That's where I got the name Shotgun. And, once you have the name Shotgun, you keep it, because people remember that. They don't remember Dwight. So it's a pleasure to be here. My wife and I started as investors before we became agents. We have a number of Airbnbs, and she actually teaches that in the cloud. But I've been with ACN for 1 year as of December. And in that period of time, due to their training and support, I now have over 750 customers paying a bill every single month. And I assure you, I did not join ACN because I needed one more thing to do. I joined ACN because, how much money is enough? Just a little bit more. So we were looking for residual income, and this company offers that, and also provides a service to our company and customers, and they save every single month. What I do is I introduce it to my customers. When the loan company says we are clear to close, I contact them. I say, hey, we're going to have to do a few things here before you move in. We're going to be going to title real soon. You need to go ahead and make sure you change your address at the post office. It's a list of things, including, get some utilities. You don't want to move into a dark house. So I can help you with that. I can help you save some money on these utilities. Let's take a look at that. Sometimes I help them. If they are not familiar with the internet and they don't feel comfortable, I'll actually let them fill it out on a piece of paper what they want. Most customers go directly to the website and take care of it themselves. So anyway, the rest is history, and I'm living proof that it works. Thank you, Noah. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking time out, sharing with us, Shotgun. And this is someone that's in your arena that's already applying it. So great story, and we're truly blessed. The next individual I'm going to introduce you to is someone that blew me away. I mean, when I used to question my wife when she said I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia. When my wife said she's going to Atlanta, Georgia, I knew that every time she'd go, there'd be a big hit on the bank account, because she was going to get the knowledge to even go out and buy properties, the way to even build the portfolio that we have today. So I was like, oh, she's going to Atlanta. This is before I even knew what she was doing in Atlanta. I know that when she came back, she was motivated more than ever. I love that. She was in a positive mentality, and her real estate business grew. So, this gentleman, has anyone here ever heard of the Real Estate Investors Association across America? Anyone? Great show of hands. Anyone heard of that? Yep. Original founder on the call here today, guys, out of Atlanta, Georgia. He's just changed our family's future forever, changed our ACN business forever. So happy to have you on the call. Regional Director, soon to be Regional Vice President, Mr. Lou Brown.
Yeah, baby. Well,
Baby.
thank you, Noah. Thank you. Well, this has been an awesome ride. Thank you for bringing me on this ride. It's been almost 2 years now, and it's been a fun experience because it gave my customers something else that they could add on to their business. So my customers, of course, as you were just saying, are being trained in buying, holding, and selling real estate. We are real estate investors. We actually are certified affordable housing providers. And so when we are bringing people into our world, we're typically working with real estate agents, and they're giving us their leftovers. They're giving us all the people that they cannot put into a home, that they cannot qualify for a loan. They give them over to us, and then we take them from there. And the real estate agent often earns up to a full commission. So it's a really cool deal because, of course, agents are always selling their top level clients the top level stuff. And then I take the other 80%, the ones that they can't do anything with. And so what happened was that we actually developed a brand and a concept that is now nationwide. We're in all 50 states. And one of the things I look to do is our licensees, I want to bring them as much additional residual income as possible. And I had heard about ACN 5 years ago, and it wasn't even on the spectrum of what it is today. And so the exciting thing was I got reintroduced to it by one of my top level clients, Platinum Mastermind from Pittsburgh, your area. And he says, Lou, I want you to look at this. Well, when a platinum talks, you listen and you take a look at what they want to share with you. Well, sure enough, I got to see the full experience of the ACN. It made perfect sense to me. A month later, I was at the national convention in Charlotte. I was already bringing with me a whole herd of people that had become ETLs. And now, regional directors, we've got multiple regional directors on our team. And it's all because these folks joined me as wanting to build their real estate business. And I said to them, how about you make some money today? Because typically in real estate, you're going to make money later, or sometimes much later, or sometimes never. And in our world, I'm saying, look, I want you to have some additional residual income that you're making money right now, and you're cashing checks every week. So sure enough, when I saw ACN, I said, this is a perfect add-on to what we're already doing, because we're already attracting these kind of folks. They're moving into our properties. Well, why not? If they're already moving into property anyway, they're going to be using these services. They're going to be turning on the gas. They're going to be turning on the electricity, depending on what state you're in. We know that some of them are going to be getting security systems. We know that some of them have cell phones, like all of them, right? And so we might be able to serve them with their cell phones and so many of the services. So I said, this just makes perfect sense as an add-on. And I enjoy cashing those checks every week. Actually, I don't bother with that. It just direct deposits right into my bank account. And now we've been able to help others become regional directors as well.
Thank you so much, Lou. I appreciate you taking the time out tonight. And guys, you heard a couple stories from people that are having a ton of success, and we know what Lou's about to do, and we see what Shotgun's already doing. And it's just one little taste of what's actually happening in this space. And we may have another special guest coming on here in a little bit, but what I want to do is share just a couple more slides to kind of wrap it up and tie it all together, just so you can understand exactly, okay, yeah, I see it, it makes sense. What do I do next? So here's the simplicity of our business. So of everything you heard already, this is you, these are some of our services, right? Between you, your own home bills, everybody you already know that might look for savings, can you get 5 of them? 5 bills. Congratulations, that's a $200 bonus. Can you introduce a few people on a Zoom? Just like Gary did today, put people on the Zoom, you just invite them out. I do the presentation. Congratulations, you got a couple business partners. We'll help them get their services, another additional income for yourself. And because you do that in your first 30 days, ACN's throwing more money at you. Now we have trainings that happen nightly that you can plug in and really learn the ins and outs of these bonuses. I just want to let you know the simplicity of it, but this is the most important slide of tonight. Gary invited all you onto his very first meeting, period. This is his first meeting. You know what he has in terms of a network. Gary, there might be a gentleman jumping on to this call here in a little bit. And when he comes on the call, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I know him. I called him earlier. He's the EXP agent as well. I called him earlier and asked him if he would jump on. And he was like, yeah, I'll be finishing up a call. I'll jump on. He's like, I know Gary Wilson. This guy's connected across the world. So you all know what his level of connection is with the Global Investor Group. We will be doing these presentations on larger scales than we're on right now. But he cared enough about you to get you on his very first meeting. So how we build teams in ACN is we build 4 organizations. Why 4? It sets you up for the position that I'm at right now, regional vice president. So as a regional vice president, it's an absolute game changer in your life for generations to come. So we build 4 teams. So the first 4 people that say, I want to take one of those top spots, you get spots 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 goes under 1, 6 under 2, 7 under 3, 8 under 4. So what we're asking here, and I know Gary wants to chime in and just share a little bit, but you see my phone number and my name at the bottom of the screen. The only fair way to do this, the only fair way, is in order of a text message, the timestamp on a text message. So those that text me first, right now, I already see him coming to someone isn't playing around. Susan, welcome. You got spot number 1. So spot number 1's gone. Susan Murray's already got it. So just text me and say, I want the next spot. If you want to get people layered underneath you and you want to take one of the best positions available to Gary right now from his very first meeting, text me. We'll lock you in. And Gary, I know you want to share a few words. I'll keep the screen up here and just let you share.
Well, first off, just a slight diversion. I have a question for Lou. So Lou, I want to know if you ever eaten lunch or dinner at Mary Mac's, downtown Atlanta.
Yeah, baby. I absolutely have. That's an awesome place, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll be heading to Florida in February or March, and all roads south go through Atlanta. So you, me, and Christina Coleman and Lori are going to have lunch together.
All right. That sounds like a plan, man.
So Christina is one of my oldest, dearest students from Atlanta, and good entrepreneur. So they're now joining the team as of last night.
Wow! Congratulations. That's good stuff.
It's amazing. So everybody listen here. What's really cool is, if you think about it, we've already launched the Global Investor Group. It's all about investors who constantly buy and sell properties. Half of them, at least half of them, are rentals. So even if you don't do property management, you've got an automatic outlet for this. You know, what I would do is think like Susan. Now, I know Susan, she's one of my first students for about 5 years. On the team, clearly she's crushing it. She got, Susan, what do you have, like 10 active transactions right now? Something like that? She's already closed 5 or 6. So she already sees this, and I know it because I know her more than I know most of my agents on the team. What I'm telling you is within probably a day, you'll probably have, like for me, I still have AT&T. I had AT&T yesterday. I still get AT&T today, but it's under ACN. Didn't cost me a dime, but I have a lower phone bill, right? My mother's electric. My 2 children, I've already paid for myself in 24 hours. You see what I'm saying? So in any case, it doesn't take that much effort to do this, and yet long term. And I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I know some things you're not even mentioning about your family, like your dad and things like that. And I want people to hear that because it's not just like a few dollars here and there. It literally adds up, and it's
Yeah.
something everybody needs. Everybody needs phone, electric, gas, water, sewage, the whole 9 yards. So anyway, so I
Yeah,
let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, no, 100%. Guys, what I did was spots 1, 2, 3, and 4 was mom, mother-in-law, or mom, wife, mother-in-law, best friend. So they were my first 4. Mom signed up dad. Dad signed up my brother. And then after that, we got a guy that owns 86 rental properties. He's joined. And after that, an explosion happened. We got colleges and the entire housing units and entire college here in Western PA. We got their bills. We got multiple state troopers in terms of like their buildings. Like, guys, remember, this is not just residential. Like, just because you may be selling residential houses doesn't mean you can't get paid on commercial buildings. So we offer residential and commercial. So guess who else is out here, looking for help right now? Any restaurant owner that you come across. We all have favorite restaurants in our place, like in our neck of the woods. Those restaurant owners are praying for you to reach out to them right now and say, hey, listen, you need to jump on a Zoom. I want you to meet these guys. They may be able to help you out. They're operating, at least in Western PA, they're operating at 50% capacity. And they've been operating, that or less for over a year. People are just trying to keep their heads above water. So any business owner is great. I know we've had this conversation close, like talking directly to real estate, space, but just know that it's even bigger and better than that. So yeah, that my dad no longer has to work. My wife, my best friend, a woman named Bethany, who's on Lou Brown's team.
Yeah,
Has left. Yeah, baby. She's left everything that she's done and only does ACN. And Denise, who's on the organization, she worked in healthcare for years and no longer works in healthcare, early retirement. So it's something that you do on the side part-time that can maybe turn into something major. And for me, I was an engineer. I focused on this, and 7 to 10 hours a week I put into this, and on lunch breaks, and I'd eat my lunch for 10 minutes. And then the next 50 minutes, I'd put time in ACN. And it built up to a point that in 6.5 months, I walked into my boss's office and told him I had an eye problem. He said, what do you mean eye problem? I said, well, I don't see myself working for you anymore. I fired my boss. So that was something that was capable and available to me as a corporate member. So you all are own your own businesses as real estate agents and brokers on the call here today. So you already have that to yourself, but it's all about what are you going to leave behind? What are you going to leave for your kids and grandkids? Guys, your ACN distributorship is residual, but it's also willable. So the heirs of my estate will get my distributorship, my mom's distributorship, my wife's distributorship, my dad's. You see where I'm going with this? For a $199 purchase and $25 a month, it made perfect sense. My wife has over 3,300 customers. Thank you, Lou Brown.
Yeah,
my wife has over 3,300 customers. I signed her up directly underneath me. So I say, let's say she took spot number 1, then Lou was spot 5. We're great, right? We have 2. We get the double dip on the compensation plan. We're in tremendous position. So it just set up so well for real estate. I got text messages coming through. Let me welcome a couple other people to the team. Tom, welcome to the team. Spot number 2, Tom. I don't even want to butcher your last name. Zach Gillars, welcome to the team. Tony Moore, welcome to the team. Spot number 3. Guys, we got 1 spot left on that top level. So if you're sitting here thinking about it, stop thinking and start texting. And, reach out, say, give me that last spot on the top level. Then the next person is going to be layered underneath the first person. The next person underneath the second. Next person. I see we got some chats. Let me check the chats. Hang on one second. Let me stop sharing my screen. I got to get to the chats.
Jeff, he's a Wolverine from up north.
Jeff, I see it. Count me in, Jeff. All right. Jeff, you saw my number, right? If you can, shoot me a text message. You got spot number 4. Welcome to the team. So, Lou, how do I become certified housing authority? I love it. I keep meeting people. So it's a question for Lou on the panel. So, Lou, how do I become a certified affordable housing agent? I keep meeting people who want to buy houses but can't due to money issues. So this is from Tony Moore, who's a new team member. I'll leave it to you, Lou.
Tony, I'll be more than happy to answer that question for you. I'll get with Gary and explain the whole thing to him, and he will connect us up, and it'll be awesome.
Awesome. Great job. Great job. Yeah, thank you so much. I think, do we have Mr. Excitement on the call? We didn't get him on the call yet, but he said he's gonna work his way on. But either way,
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh yeah, it says Noah Brandy for some reason. I don't know why that's happening. But guys, this gentleman, Gary, does he look familiar to you?
Gary,
Holy
Mike,
smokes.
Yorktown Heights, New York, Gary.
Michael
Oh my
Eric.
gosh. What's that?
This is Michael Eric. He said you and him have been in communication for a while.
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you about this guy.
Yeah.
In this business, he's been number 1 or number 2 for most of the entire year of 2020. Not only, building his real estate business in EXP, but in ACN, he has absolutely blown this out of the water. And he just has a tremendous mentality for this. And, we're so blessed and excited to have him on the call. And we know he's going regional vice president very soon. He's the top producer and regional director as we speak. But I'd love for you to hear from another EXP agent on the call here, Mr. Michael Eric.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, guys, my name's Mike Eric. I'm nobody special. I'm a real estate agent in New York and Florida. And what I realized every time I sold a home, I never got paid again. And I got tired of being on the unemployment line and wondering what my next deal is. And I realized there was no retirement party. No realtors had a retirement party. So I was just like, you know what? I got to start looking for other ways of making money. That's when the real estate broker that I worked for, Century 21 Broker, said to me, hey, Mike, do you look for other ways of making money? I said, yes. Once I saw the video, it just made sense getting paid on bills that the buyers are going to go buy anyway. And I was using the own services too. So I went out and I had a meeting at my house. I invited 50 people. 17 people said they were going to come. 7 people showed up and 3 people signed up that day. I was excited and the rest became customers. Today, I have a total of 451 business partners. That expands. I just went into Nebraska today. So now I'm in 43 different states of America, including the UK. That inquired a total of, I had talked to about 19 services, but I get paid over 3,000 customers that pay their bill each month, no matter if I'm here or gone. And it's all due to the training, support, ACN, and the Rockstar system. And just finding people and working with people like that, like Noah Brandy, that are just servant leaders that are willing to do more for anybody else than themselves. I watched this guy drive in a car all the way down to Lou's house and spend time with Lou and eat breakfast with Lou. I watched it all, and I was just an ETL. So just to be on, it'd be an honor to be on your call and just show you a little bit of what I got going on. And Gary, Yorktown Heights, you don't know if you remember me. Great to see you. You helped me out a lot.
I do.
I still get your emails.
Yeah.
I still get your texts. This is a pure example, guys. Do not put anybody on your list. Do not prejudge. Gary was on my chicken list. How about that? How about I was afraid to talk to Gary about it because I was afraid Gary would say no to me.
Yeah.
And look where he is today. So Gary, welcome to the team.
What's
Welcome
funny?
everybody to the team.
'Cause
Yeah, it's a small world after all,
well, I
man.
remember the
Heard you-
class, it was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. I moved to Florida, went through a breakup,
Yeah.
came back.
That was
And-
like 4 years ago. And I remember you were, yep.
Yeah, Lou Cardillos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, I'm fired
Good
up
to
to
see
be
you,
here.
man.
Yeah, man. Good to see you guys. Need anything? Just, I'm not that far away. Just whatever you guys need, man. And Lou, thank you for everything you do. I'm gonna give it back to you, Noah. I appreciate
Yeah.
everything you do for the team globally.
Thank you so
You're
much,
awesome,
Michael.
Mike.
Yes. You've inspired us. One of the best in the business right there. And when he says he's not that far away, he's actually right. None of us are, right? Thanks to Zoom. You know what I mean? No one's that far away.
Hey, can I add something? Can I add
Yeah,
something in here?
Absolutely, Jeff.
Mike, what he just said, I mean, he said 2 words that was like an epiphany to me that I think we can all benefit from is the chicken list. Like, how about tomorrow we wake up and make a chicken list, right? Because look what Mike did, right? And I think we all get caught up in that. We think, well, I'm not going to call Gary. Gary's like, he wouldn't want to hear something like this, but here we are, right?
Yep.
So I
Yeah.
like that. I like the chicken list. I'm gonna
Yeah.
maybe start working on that tomorrow. It applies to a lot of areas of life,
I was on
Thanks, Mike.
Noah's chicken list. That's a
Yep,
great,
I was
that's a
just,
great point,
Yep.
Jeff, because I was on Noah's chicken list. It was somebody else that brought me in. And his
Yep.
wife was one of my customers, and his mother-in-law was one of my customers. I was coaching and training them in their real estate business, and Noah wouldn't ask me to get involved in this. Isn't that funny? So, so we're all guilty of that one. That's a great point, Jeff.
There's a lot
so
of money.
great, so
There's a
great.
lot of money in that thing. Those 2 words, that could be like a whole 3-day weekend somewhere. The chicken list.
That's
Yeah,
a-
training on the how to get over the chicken list. Yeah, guys, when I got started, I mean, the day I started, my wife had already spent, a lot of money with Lou and already built a tremendous portfolio. Guys, I started in 2016. Thanks to Lou's coaching in 2015, my wife's goal was to buy 20 units. And in December that year, they were a little behind. In December, they bought a 7-unit building to take it to 22. So they literally hit their goal by buying a 7-unit building in December of 2015. And I joined this in 2016. So guys, Lou was prevalent in my life at that time when I got started. And he joined in 2019 because I avoided the call, I avoided that chicken list. And, I was just so blessed that someone in the Pittsburgh market, as a platinum student of Lou, reached out to my mother-in-law and said, do you know someone that can help me out for a security system? A security system. That's all he was looking for on a 4-unit building. And my mother-in-law passed the lead on to me. I called up Ed Hardesty and I said, listen, I'm not going to sell anyone a security system without showing them this. So I brought him to my mentor's house. He said, you know what? My coach, Lou Brown, would love to see this. I said, your coach is Lou Brown. My wife's coach is Lou Brown. So he ended up putting us on a call, and the rest is history. So chicken list. Thank you, Michael, Eric. Jeff, great point. We could all learn from that. We probably have people that, big houses that we drive by and we don't pull that trigger to go and knock on that door and see if they're willing. Just that's where the money lies, guys, is in the outside of the comfort zone.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you what's interesting here is some of the students the agents on the call here, they're some of my closest inner circle agents on the team. Like Jeff and I met a couple years ago in Chicago at a conference, and we just stayed connected. He just joined the team, literally just in the last couple of weeks. Tom is my country cousin. Okay, Tom Zachalars. Susan probably is one of my very first students of all time. But in any case, I did not expect to see Michael Erica. I hadn't seen him in 4 years. I taught him up in New York, and he moved to Florida. I moved back and forth, and total surprise. And I didn't expect to meet you. And I just was literally talking to Christina yesterday. She said, well, we're going to have lunch with Lou. And I said, no kid, I can't wait. I'll be down there. And here's Lou's on my webinar. By the way, I just texted her, Lou, and told her you're on. And she said, how did I know? I said, I did know. It's a total surprise. And, God is good. And she said, yep, miracles do occur. So in any case, guys, I want to tell you, I've got some ideas here with Lou on. And Lou, I'll just send you a message. Let's definitely talk, because I got an idea for you that once you hear it, just hear the idea and see what you think.
Sure.
Because I think it's going to help you. Just like Noah was talking about, you've got agents, you've got investors, you've got ACN, and there's other things like we do, Legal Shield and UFF also. But I'm pretty sure I can help open up another big, massive line of business for you.
Awesome.
So, yep. But so funny. What's funny is all the guys who are on the call, my agents on the team, are getting to watch all this stuff. It's like it's Christmas time for me, because there are all these surprises. So thank you, Noah, for putting this together, man. This is good this year. Unbelievable. So far, 2 weeks in, not even 2 weeks in, literally it's like we're shot out of a cannon, you know? So,
So true.
yep.
That's what it's all about. You see, I mean, those that are on the call here, you've seen what's happened tonight. You've seen how this has, just random people from Gary's past or Gary's future, people that he's been, manifesting. Like, I want to have a conversation with Lou Brown. Boom, Lou Brown shows up on his call. And, guy from his past that he's been reaching out to multiple times. He had no idea. Michael Eric, boom, Michael Eric's on the call. And that's what we do here. We connect people, period, because one thing that you cannot change is the fact that every single person is going to pay for these services, right? So we're not out here selling a hand cream. We're not selling makeup. We're not out here selling anything that people have as a luxury. We're selling things that your clients are going to turn on no matter what. The question is, do you want to get paid for it? So we can help you. And I have all the documentation. Let me just share my screen one last time here before we wrap up. But this is just an example of a document, guys, that I send out that agents can use. It's RESPA approved because of this paragraph right here you see on the screen. Company XYZ's consultants and agent Jaden Smith have an affiliated business arrangement with ACN. Agent is compensated by ACN by the client's choice of vendor. Client is free to shop services with any other vendor. There is no obligation for the client to select vendor, and there is no effect on the contract with whatever company if the client elects not to use the vendor. That right there makes your ability to sell ACN services RESPA approved. Then it lists the services. Then at the bottom, you see it says, you will be contacted by, and when I say put company XYZ, it could be whatever you call your group, your team, contacted by the service coordinator within 24 to 48 hours upon purchasing the property. Representative will reach out to help ease the service setup, help us feed children in North America by simply paying a bill. I didn't mention this. I should have, and I apologize. Every single customer we acquire, we take a portion of that bill and donate it to Feeding America. So that's also something that's an additional benefit. And then that little opt-in at the bottom, I have agreed to let whatever your name of your company is, service coordinator contact me. So this is just this for title companies. They put this in at the closing. For investors, we put this in at the lease signing. For agents, you can implement this. You can hand this out at any point, and it just lets your client know, you know what, we're going to reach out to you and let you know about our concierge services, because we want to separate ourselves from any other agent that you've ever dealt with in the past. We want to show you that we care, and we're gonna walk you through this. So I also can take it another layer further. I have how to sign up for services guides, where all you do is send the client a PDF, and it's a step by step by step. Go to acn.com, click on services, click on electricity, click on check availability, and it's pictures, arrows. That's what I did as an engineer, guys. I was a process improvement engineer, so I focused on creating work documents. So yeah, it's something that's there. It's available to you. Now, I appreciate everyone on the call. We're going to follow up with everyone that didn't commit tonight. Those that did commit tonight, I will be calling you here. Shoot me a text on a good time to connect. Let's do it either tonight or tomorrow morning and get you set up in the system, because I know that Gary wants to get this recording out to those that weren't on the call. And I want to make sure that we have your ACN identifier number in the system, so we can use your number to put the next person underneath you. So the first four that committed tonight, let's get it done either tonight or by the morning. And it only takes 5 to 7 minutes to get you in the system. I got all your numbers. Actually, Jeff, I don't have your number. If you can text me. Do you remember, did you see my number on the screen when I had it up there, Jeff?
Go ahead and type it in the chat box.
Oh, I'll type it in the chat. Good point.
Yep. And while you're doing that, a couple things I want to point out, guys, is so no, we have a certain protocol with stuff like this. And over the last few months, I've only brought in 2 other people, but because I didn't have a direct connection with them, I had another member of my team join. So Shannon Goldsmith presented UFF, and Tom Sylvester presented Legal Shield. So if you guys notice, the thing that's different here is because I've Noah's wife and their family. I mean, we go back a lot of years. I mean, we're dear friends, and they've been some of the best clients I've ever had. So, and because I've had this service before with my property management company, I plugged myself in so I could put my children in. So, two things I want to point out is my children don't do a thing. They don't lift a finger. They don't do anything. But because they're in line, they benefit. You see what I'm saying? They benefit from them. I'm literally setting them up with a residual income stream at no cost to them. And like my mom, she's not going to bring in any new clients, right? But she's benefiting. So the other thing is the endorsement here is I was able to endorse the other programs because of Shannon, because of Tom Silvestri. This one I can endorse directly because of that connection with Noah. I know him. I mean, it's just long story. I mean, there's really nobody else here from Pittsburgh. Well, Christine's from Pittsburgh. She knows the history. There was just a lot of reasons to do this. And I'm telling you, do the contractual thing with your clients, like with the global investor groups. When we go in person in front of people live, not on Zoom, but in person, maybe do it sooner if you want, but have that agreement up front. So as part of their agreement of being in your gig group, they do the service too. You see what I'm saying? It's part of the agreement. So you've got an automatic. That's what we did with the property management. So I wanted to bring that up because I forgot to mention at the beginning of the session is you can do the same thing I did, and it literally is like free money, and it's something that everybody needs. Utilities and phone and cable and internet. I mean, it couldn't get any easier. So I just wanted to point that out, Noah, that we're used to doing things a certain way. There's a little bit of a departure, but it's because of the personal connection. So so make sure you tell Colleen and Casey and all them I said hello. And how many kids you got now? Seven kids? 10 kids?
No, stop it. Stop it. I have a 3.5-year-old boy and a 3-month-old little girl. So yeah, I'm ready to be done, but the wife kind of carries the decisions on that one. So we got the easy part, gentlemen. So
Yep.
So the wife will tell me when I'm done, but yeah, we're blessed. We got a great family, great support system, and it's just exciting to help people in so many different aspects here with this business and beyond. But yeah, appreciate everyone jumping on. Those that didn't make the commitment, immediately here tonight, we'll follow up with you tomorrow. Get any questions you got answered. We have trainings that we do as well that we can help you, plug into those. But I would love to see how we can take this forward. Those that did commit, I got your text messages, Susan. Yep, I got your text messages, and I got to give Gary a quick call after this, and then we'll start reaching out to you and getting you set up. So thank you, everybody. Looking forward to big things happening. This is just the beginning. And, here's one last thing. Gary said he pared down his network of people that he wanted to reach out to for the global investor group and multiple different things. Pared down his network to 9,000. Pared it down to 9,000. So you are, 18 of the 9,000. So when you put your head on your pillow tonight, if you're thinking about whether you want to commit to this or not, you got my phone number. Just know that my dad didn't retire because he goes out and he builds ACN every day. He went out and retired because Noah built ACN for him. So that's the power of it. Lou has people in his organization that are collecting nice checks because he just got in at the top. Now, I'm not saying it's a free pass. I'm not saying it's a lottery ticket, but I'm saying that you're workers. You're all on this call because you're taking time out of your evening. You could be doing anything else. You're hustlers. But you also understand the power of being first. So if you really see the value in it, jump in, grab some spots on that second level so we can make sure that, once we really truly open this up to the investor network, that you are positioned where you need to be because he cared enough about to get you on the call. So thanks again, Gary. I'll let you kind of finish out the call, close it out, and then I'll give you a call right after we're done.
Hey guys, thanks for participating. We're just getting started with this year. We got some vision statements to work on and goals to work on. And sometimes it feels like you're getting that bike out of the shed and you hop on it and it goes squeaka, squeaka. Okay. Well, this is one more way you can put some oil on that chain. All right. And go faster. Right. Go faster. So in any case, any questions, guys, text me. Maybe remember, set up your one-on-ones. there's a handful of people that have not set up one-on-ones with me. Really important. Just do it. We need to keep working on your plan. If we haven't gotten through the vision exercise, goals, actions to the plan, we need to do that ASAP, because we got 354 days in the year to hit our goal. Okay. So I'll see you all tomorrow night on the Global Investor Agent monthly team call. We got lots of special guests on, i.e. people looking to join the team. So, wear your best shirt. Just kidding. But come prepared, because so Susan, I'm gonna point you out, if you don't mind, tomorrow night on all the success you've had recently. And Andrea Davis, I don't see her on, but I'm gonna point her out, and we'll talk about the Global Investor Group and property management. And we'll have a good night tomorrow night too. So, all right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Noah. God bless you and your families. Lou Brown, good to see you, buddy. Thanks, Lou's already checked out. Mike's already checked out. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. So, Noah, go ahead and give me a buzz, okay?